Championship League pool. This is Day 7, Group 7. This is the last chance for players to qualify for tomorrow's group finale. On table 1 we've got Marc Bijsterbosch from Holland. He's playing former world number 1. Alexander Kazakis. I'm delighted to be joined for this match. In the comms with me, Chris, the shotmaker Mellin.
Afternoon, Carl. Afternoon, everybody. Hope you're looking forward to another wonderful match. Alex Kazakis came so close yesterday to qualifying.
Yeah, just missed out on the end, and it was a good lag from both players. Both players practically got the cue ball on the rail. It's Kazakis who will be breaking. Who do you fancy to qualify today, Chris?
Well, I was asked that question last night and I said Dennis Grabe. But obviously there's 6 other players, so anything can and will happen. Good break there from Alex. I think the one ball does sneak past the 7. Looks like he could leave himself a 2-9 combo.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think it's going to be either Dennis Grabe or Kazakis. One of them two I think will prevail from this group and join you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, and I was asked why I thought Dennis would qualify today, and I said that he doesn't seem to miss many easy balls. Like, we've missed a lot of the others. The others have missed some easy balls, but after watching his first match there, I think I might retract it.
Tough opener for Kazakis, queuing over the 6. This is not easy. Good opening shot, needs a bounce. As Chris said, there's a possible 2-9 combo.
Can he get through to the 2, Carl, to make the combo? That is the question.
Yeah, I think you can see the angle. It's a thin one, but you would think any kind of full contact on the 9 is good.
Yeah, and the secret to this shot is just play to pop the 2 ball. Play to pop the 2 ball, the 9 will definitely drop. He's got to hit it thin.
Wonderful shot there from Alexander Kazakis to take the opening rack. Thought he looked good all day yesterday. A little bit shaky against Albin, but overall looks to be playing some decent pool.
Yeah, Alex is one of them players. He's always there and thereabouts. He never gives you an easy game, doesn't make too many mistakes. But he has looked a little shaky when the pressure's been on last night. He had a few opportunities against Albin and could have easily been 2-all. But he missed 2 glorious chances. He'll be looking to put that right today. Now he's got a day under his belt.
Just noticed one of his sponsors on his shirt there, Homeburger. I think you could do with that sponsorship, buddy.
Yeah, I've nowhere to put it, pal. I'm full.
Literally. Rack number 2, Marcel. He's getting this rack nice and tight.
Trailing by 1 rectangle.
Good break there by Mark.
What do you think to Mark's game, Chris? Have you watched much of him play since he's been here?
Yeah, very good player. Brilliant shot maker. Just seems to throw the odd twitch in, the odd bad shot. I mean, we all do it, but he seems to pot the ball from everywhere, but just loses close control of the cue ball. Sporting the old orange top, famous in Holland.
Oh, I thought it was for Blackpool Football Club.
Yeah, didn't you do a little bit of a stint for the Moscone Cup at Blackpool Football Club? You went to the ground and got presented on the pitch, I believe.
Yeah, Matchroom got me out at half time, and I think I got booed by all the fans, to be honest. I can't remember. It was that long ago.
Extension called.
Niels was telling me yesterday, Mark can, on command on the break, send the cue ball about 30 feet in the air and keep the cue ball on the table.
I've actually seen him do it. I played him in Romania a few years ago, and I was comfortably beating him, and he broke, and I'm not kidding you, the cue ball went about 15 feet in the air. It was unbelievable. I don't know how it stayed on the table. I was out of my chair ready to go play the next shot.
Yeah, I want to see this at some point. I don't think you could do it in the practice room. The ceilings are quite low down there. I think we might lose the cue ball somewhere in the roof space. So not a bad run out so far from Mark. A little bit tricky. Played a couple of nice shots.
Well, if he does do it, he might get £250 from You've Been Framed. So probably hit the light.
Table 2, Mirko Fortunski is playing Kasper Matakainen. Matakainen's at the table. He's leading 2-1 in that match. A little bit of a shaky start to yesterday, but he's playing his way into the event. Just like Mark, he's playing his way into this match, this 9-ball, to tie this match up. And there it is, 1-1.
Bijsterbosch wins the second.
Good standard so far. Both players looking sharp. We haven't seen too much of Mark on our screens recently. We saw him at the World Cup of Pool a few years ago.
Yeah, and he will be back playing for Holland. He will be playing with Niels Feyen.
Yeah, and Holland have had some great pool players over the years. Alex Lely, Nick Vandenberg, Rico Dix, and the world 10-ball champion, who'd you see?
Yeah, who'd you see? Not seen him for a few years. Hope you well, buddy, if you're tuning in.
Alex Kazakis to break.
So it's the third rack. Kazakis to break. Just get the feeling today's group's going to be really tight. I think everyone's going to beat everybody, and it's going to come right down to the last match tonight. It's got a different feeling about today. It's last chance saloon. There's no tomorrow. There's no, you know, if you finish 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, whatever, you're out of the event.
Yeah, this isn't about holding on and getting into the next day to the next group. This is about winning the group, getting yourself to the semi-finals, the top 4 spots. That's what they'll all be aiming for. And for me, I think you're going to see Potunski, Kazakis, Grabe. I think they'll be in the final 4.
What about your 4th pick?
Not sure.
So this is a thin one from Alex, but it's an opportunity. Cue ball's naturally coming down for the 2, but he forgot to pop the ball. This is not easy, is it, Chris, whenever it's in the pocket like this?
No, because on the new cloth and the new rails, when you play this shot with top right and spin, the ball will actually top on itself and it'll stay up there. So if he hits anything else but thin, then he can't get on the 2-ball. You may see him power it with a lot of screw back, a lot of draw on the shot.
Extension, please.
If he does play it with a lot of right hand spin, he's got to be very careful that he doesn't scratch in the pocket where the cue ball is. May be forced into playing this with a lot of draw on the cue ball. Well, he's playing it with spin. Like we said, he's got to be very careful. And he's played that absolutely perfect.
2-ball is frozen to the right.
Couldn't have played that better.
Not sure what Marcel's looking at there. He was looking if it was off the rail, but I mean, he's going to pot the ball, so that was a bit of a strange one from Marcel.
Yeah, the referees are advised to check if the ball's touching the rail. Obviously, when you're playing a shot like that, then the cue ball's obviously going to hit the rail. But he's doing his job correctly, and we can't fault him. And it's great to have somebody like Marcel refereeing the pool tournaments. Top class referee, one of the best snooker referees in the world.
Yeah, he refereed a world final at the Crucible. Table 2, he's motoring along nicely. Fortunski's at the table. He's trailing 3-1 to Casper, but he's got a great chance in rack 5 to pull one back. I think Marc Bijsterbosch has had the best fluke of the week, Chris. Did you see it? The 9-ball at 4-4. It was unbelievable. Me and Niels was going absolutely mental in here.
Yeah, he just give it a good old crack, didn't he? And it flew off about 4 cushions and went into bottom left-hand corner. It was unbelievable, and I mean, that's just... It's blatant luck, but it's great for the viewers. It wasn't great for his opponent.
No, me and Niels definitely enjoyed it, that's for sure. He draws the cue ball back nicely, I've noticed. Every time he's straight and he's got to draw it back. I think he's that type of player who could rip it up and down the table about 4 times. Plenty of cue power. This 9 to take a 2-1 rack lead over the former world number 1. We'll be back shortly.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball.
Welcome back to the Predator Championship League pool. This is day 7. This is Last Chance Saloon, Chris. To join yourself and the other group winners in tomorrow's group finale.
Yeah, looking forward to getting back out there on the table. It's been a week. Had a good rest. Finally found my cue.
Have you hit any balls yet? Ready for tomorrow, pal?
No, I've not hit a shot in the last 7 days. So once we've done with commentary today, I'll be out there putting a few hours in.
How long do you are you going to practice for today? What's your usual routine?
Well, obviously at the minute we haven't been able to practice on the tables because the club's been closed due to the COVID restrictions, but I've played quite a bit recently. My friend has a unit, he's been allowing me to go there when nobody else is there, so put a few hours in. I'm guessing over the next few hours I'll probably put 2 or 3 hours in and just try and get in stroke. It's not really the pot inside that I'll practice, it's more the feel of the shot, the kicking. I normally practice the kicking shots when I do practice.
Extension call.
Back to table 1. Bijsterbosch has got a chance here to build a little bit of an early lead over Kazakis. Table 2, Fortunski ties that match up. It's 3-3 over there. He's in a battle with Kasper Matakainen.
Yeah, Mark looks like a real rhythm player. One of them players, when he gets on a roll, he can kind of steamroll you.
And that was heart of the pocket. So he's looking in good shape in this rack. Kind of reminds me of a young Darren Appleton does, Bijsterbosch.
In what way, Carl?
Well, just the way he looks, I suppose.
I think we know what you mean, my old pal.
Yeah, it's important to have some fun games in the combox. Matchroom Multisport have got their pool series. Plenty of events to look forward to in the not so distant near future. I'll just run through them well Mark takes care of this 9-ball. World Cup of Pool is the 9th through to the 14th of May. Then pretty much straight after, the World Pool Masters, 22nd till the 25th of May. And then the 6th till the 10th of June, the World Pool Championships is back. Are you excited, Chris?
Yeah, very excited. The first World 9-ball Championships I ever played in was Cardiff, and me and Darren Appleton had to go and qualify. Both won the qualifiers, got into the World Championships, and I unfortunately went down in the last 16 to Alain Martel. Beat one of my heroes early on. I beat Steve Davis 9-8.
Alain Martel, the Dancing Bear, right? Was that his nickname?
That was his nickname, yeah. He was a big guy and a lot of movement when he brought the balls.
Yeah, and he played in it like a cardigan, right? Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah, it was a big cardigan, yeah, but he was a big fella.
Well, I just meant a cardigan, not the size of the cardigan, but it was like, you know, it's like something your granddad would wear, only when you... Yeah, he was a funny character. Canadian, right?
Yeah, he was Canadian, yes. Some great players from Canada as well. John Mora, Jason Klatt.
Well, John Morrow played right-handed, and then a few years ago he decided to swap hands, and he now plays full-time left-handed. I think that's incredible.
It is. It's unbelievable, to be honest with you. I mean, I've watched him play a few tournaments using his left hand, and I just thought, well, the guy's got no chance of winning. But he's absolutely unbelievable. He's not quite as good as Ronnie O'Sullivan with the left hand, but he's better than anybody else I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a different game and a different sport, but I beg to differ, me, because, you know, Ronnie's obviously class with his left hand, but John Morrow's actually competing full-time and plays left-handed now. I think that's pretty incredible. Kazakis has had a bit of a nightmare on this shot. Maybe he should have played it left-handed.
Yeah, it was a poor effort there from Alex. Let's give a chance to Marc, and Marc's not one for playing a lot of safety shots. He likes to go for the jugular. Maybe forced into taking the bank shot here. He could roll off it and stick the cue ball in behind the 8. He could leave distance. He's got a few options.
Extension called.
Is he looking at the bank shot? No, he's looking. This could be really good if it sticks against the 7. No, it's short. He's short. He was trying to get the cue ball in behind the 7, but he tried to play the 1 ball into the 8 to leave the 8 tied up, and the 1 ball tied up, but didn't judge it correctly, and now Alex has got a great opportunity.
Yeah, nice pot from Alex there. Just having a look to see if the green 6 passes the 7.
If it doesn't go, he's still got plenty of options to play position onto the 5 ball to get to the 6. And he's had a lovely nudge there. He's absolutely perfect on the 5 ball. Can play for the 6 in the corner if it passes the 7. And if he thinks it's too tight, I wouldn't take a second look. I'd just get down and play the 6 ball, pass the 9 into the left-hand corner, or the side pocket,
or the top left pocket. So he's got options there. I agree with you, Chris. Just slide down this right-hand side. That's what he's doing there. He's just having a. Well, maybe he's come round. I could never tell from this side. You know, if he was looking at if the 6 passes, I could never tell from behind the pocket.
Yeah, and if it is that tight, he should just forget about it and just play position into one of the other pockets. But it obviously goes.
Funny when you sat in your chair, you see your opponent looking at, you know, they're up and down like Alex is now. If it goes, you're sat in your chair thinking, oh, this must be tight. Then your opponent gets down and just slots it in, and you feel like he's kind of milked it. So maybe Marc's thinking, Alex, come on, pal, stop milking it, get on with it. All about cue ball speed, this shot, nothing else. Anywhere into the middle of the table, and this is just about right. So he's took these well, Christopher.
Yeah, has been in prime position. Had a nice little flick to get onto the 5 ball, but he's taken them well. Well, that's not his best shot. He could have done with screwing that ball back another foot, I would have thought, but you still expect him to make this 9. The thing with Alex is he's got to stay still on the shots. He has a lot of movement when it comes to the final ball, but if you feel nervous, play this with a little bit more pace.
Yeah, let's all watch his body. Let's see if he stays still. He did stay still. The 9 ball's vanished into the bucket. It's 3-2.
Wins the rack.
Over on table 2, Fortunsky's got himself on the hill. He's battling away. He's been here, well, what seems like an eternity. So he's grinding away. He's leading Casper 4-3.
Yeah, I was speaking to Casper earlier at breakfast, and he was saying that he felt really nervous in his first match. He said he's never felt anything like it. He was trying breathing exercises. He was Googling breathing exercises to stop his heart rate going up and stop him shaking, but he said he felt good after that. But to me, you've got to feel nervous. You've got to feel some kind of pressure. That's what makes you concentrate more.
Leading by 3 racks to 2.
Oh, what a break that is. Deserves a shot the one, and he's been very unfortunate. That was a brilliant break. Hit them very hard, controlled the cue ball perfectly. And unfortunately, the 1 ball got kicked by the 8. Does have a relatively easy safety shot, banking the 1 ball up and down and stick the cue ball in behind the 4 ball and the 8 ball. Or he could choose to flick off the left hand side of the 1, spinning it with left hand side and bringing the cue ball down to the bottom end of the table. I think I prefer to go in behind the 4 and 8 personally. Yeah, that's a good shot there by Marc. Left an easy kick, but Alex is going to have to rely on a little bit of luck here.
Yeah, ideally, he would have liked the cue ball sat right behind one of them balls. This would take this shot away. He can't see the potting angle, can he, Chris?
Not quite sure. I think he's kicking it.
Okay.
Well, he could see it. From our camera angle there, Carl, it didn't look like he could see it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he couldn't see the potting angle. Maybe he could just see the edge, so he had to play safe. But Marc's got a wonderful safety shot on here. He can get this cue ball buried off 3 rails, right behind the pink 4.
Yeah, but it's imperative also that he gets that 1 ball in behind the 5 and the 9. That way he's giving himself a lot more chance of getting the snooker.
So pay attention to the cue ball. Did he try a cheeky bank on the 9?
Yeah, it was a bit of a madness shot, really, that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Chris there. I think Key was get a good cue ball, and he's kind of give Alex a little bit of a look at a jump shot. It's not easy. The 2 balls in a bad spot. He needs to get the cue ball kind of out because of where the 3 is. So it's not easy.
I fancy him to make this, Cal. He might snooker himself back on the 2, but there you go.
Yeah.
Keep the jump cue out, Alexander. Yeah, he had to draw that back or follow it through, and he hit it that good. He's snookered himself again.
Needs a bit of help.
Yeah, and it looks like he's got it. And once again, a glorious opportunity. Is Marc looking at cutting that in the side pocket? I think that's a bit risky. Just clip off the 2 ball, leave it near the side pocket. Cue ball right wedged up against the 9. Well, that's a real poor shot. Even if he gets a snooker, that's not a good shot. That cue ball should have been right up behind the 9 ball there.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, if you leave it short of the 9, you leave the cue ball on the rail. Very good at this type of shot, though, Kazakis. I've been watching his game closely with a beady eye since he's arrived, and he does seem to play these shots very nice. Heart of the pocket, needs a flick, or to find the gap.
Yeah, great shot. Had a nice little roll to not be snookered behind the 8 ball. And I tell you what, Carl, I was just watching the other table as well, and Casper has just played an unbelievable shot on the 6 ball. And he's got Misko in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure the shot Casper's just played will be on the highlight reels before long on the Matchroom Pool social media pages and their YouTube channel. So usually we see jump shots and pots and banks, but that was truly a phenomenal safety shot. It really was. A lot of vision. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And back on table 1, Mr. Kazakis is at the table.
Yeah, and you can't see anything else than 3 apiece from here.
You just never know, Christopher. It's a funny old game, is the game of pool.
Well, I think his arms would have to fall off to not be able to get out from here. It's automatic position on every ball.
Needs a bounce. He needs a bounce, Chris. It's not bad. He'll play this off. Well, he could play it slow, couldn't he? Or he could play it hard and play the 9 in the bottom left corner. We'll see what he does. Casper Matikainen on table 2 after that safety shot. Looks like he's going to send that match into a hill-hill battle. We all love a hill-hill last rack, don't we? It's brilliant stuff. And we've had plenty of them this week.
Yeah, Alex has just landed a little bit in between, but he's played that perfectly.
Yeah, table 2 goes hill-hill. Table 1 is about to go 3-3. We wouldn't be shocked if we get hill-hill drama here. We will find out in a few moments.
He's going to the bottom cushion, maybe off the 8. Oh, trick shot by Woodward. What a shot by Evolution.
One thing's guaranteed, that shot will appear on plenty of highlight reels.
Whoa, did he split the wicket? What a beautiful shot that was. What a beautiful execution.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes it's best if you get up to the table and just hit the ball.
This championship is being played with the new Aramith tournament set. Featuring a unique molecular structure, it guarantees razor-sharp precision and unsurpassed longevity. Unquestionably the best pool balls in the world, this set is available in a TV and a value pack version, as well as in the new My Aramith range of ball and cue cases. Now you can bring and play with the best ball set everywhere you go. My Aramith, bringing new dimensions to your billiards experience.
Welcome back to Milton Keynes for this year's inaugural Predator Championship League pool. We was talking about the safety shot just before the break over on table 2. This is what Casper did. A lot of vision with this shot. Watch this one. Line and pace. Just avoided the double kiss. Cue ball comes round. Great vision. Great shot by the young kid. Casper Matikainen. Unfortunately, he's just lost that match, Hill. Opportunity's just potted the 9. Opportunity's going well. Table 1. This match is tightly poised, Chris. Kazakis gets the 7th rack underway.
Yeah, and he's going to want to have a good break here and have an open shot. Another good break, but no shot at the 1 ball. And it's tight on the top rail.
He has been breaking good though, Kazakis, you know, since he's been here. He's been controlling the cue ball well, really stamping his authority on the game of pool in Europe. He's really emerging as one of the top 5 players from Europe, and he's a lot more consistent now than he used to be. He's had big finishes in, well, pretty much all the big majors, to be honest. Still searching for that massive major win.
Yeah, we spoke about it before. He was very close to winning the World Masters, just 1 shot away. And that could ruin a man. Well, it's not a bad shot, but it's an easy jump shot. He won't be happy with that. And this is probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. He should make this.
Yeah, Alex will be sat in his chair thinking, I fancy my opponent to pop this ball. Now he's striking down quite a lot, so he's got to get that cue ball popping. And we'd chalk that down as a pretty good opportunity for Marc. Missed there, so Kazakis, the safety shot, it has paid off, and he's back at the table.
Yeah, I just felt he hit that jump shot a little bit too hard. Wasn't a tough jump. Obviously imparted some kind of spin on it to miss it the way he did. Nicely on the 2 there for Alex. And once again, everything in the open.
Yeah, this is what we refer to as a connect the dots finish. As long as, I mean, looking at the table, it's always hard to see where it can go wrong. And right on cue, he runs out of position. Still got a pot of this ball, of course, in the top right, but he would have preferred to have been a bit lower so he could just stun it in off the 1 rail. Now he's going to have to come off a couple of rails, maybe even 3.
Yeah, just really wants to leave the cue ball near the centre of the table here. So he's got an angle to pot the 4 to get to the 5. And he's missed the 3 ball. We've said it before, Carl, when it gets to the nitty gritty, he just seems to throw one in.
Yeah, that was all caused because of the poor shot on the 2, and that's pretty much where, you know, these open table layouts go wrong. You know, you just don't quite get on the right angle, and then you're chasing.
I think sometimes, though, you can overthink things instead of, you know, just looking at your first option. If your first option and the first thing you see is normally the right shot.
Yeah, but you're very natural, Chris, and you play on pure instinct and you're a quick player. A lot of these players, you know, they don't have your natural ability and they like to look behind the shot, and if they're not quite right, it affects them. There's a hidden compliment in that somewhere, Chris.
Thanks, Carl. I never thought it'd come.
So angle on the 5 is key for Marc, and that looks pretty tasty. He'll shoot the brown 7 in a couple of balls up into the top left, and big mistake for Kazakis.
Yeah, once again it's important here that Marc gets virtually straight on the 6 ball. A little angle is just about perfect, but he doesn't want a long thin shot, and that is perfect.
Over on table 2, Yasmin Aushin is starting her second match of the day. She's playing Kasper Matakainen. Of course, he's just lost 5-4 to Vachunsky.
Well, he was making sure that one hit the back of the pocket, Carl.
Yeah, he does like to give the ball a good old whack. I don't think he'll give this one a good old whack though.
Yep, and it's going to be 4-3 to Marc, and it's going to be Marc to break in the 8th rack.
Kazakis will be kicking himself in the chair there. That was a big chance. He played safe. Marc missed the jump shot and the balls were all sitting pretty, so he'll be sat in his chair thinking, I should have won that rack and be on the hill. Now I've got to win the last 2. Early days on Group 7. Just have a feeling this group is going to go right down to the wire. Of course, we're only playing for the top 4 spots today. If you don't finish in the top 4, your tournament is over. Cue ball's going near the top left. Might even get flicked in. It could get flicked in. He's actually had a result here, because a lot of the times when balls come over and cover the cue ball, you're hooked, but it just so happens he's on the 3 ball, so...
Yeah, it's a good job that 1 ball dropped in, because he would have been in deep trouble. 2 options: he can go for the 3 in the corner, or he can play a delicate little screw shot in behind the 8.
He's got to make sure it's a rail. I know that sounds obvious. After contact, somebody has actually sent me a message. They're not sure what that means. Basically, after contact, a ball must hit the rail unless it goes in the pocket.
What a shot he's playing. I mean, why is he playing to screw the ball back anywhere near the pocket? That 3 ball should have been played into the side of the 7 ball and the cue ball in behind the 8. He couldn't fail to hit a rail that way. But he's just drawn it straight back into the pocket.
Well, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, Chris. I don't think he meant to draw it straight back in the pocket.
Well, obviously he didn't mean to draw it straight back into the pocket, but you could see the way he was aiming, it was always coming straight back.
Oh, he is fuming. He's been gifted the last rack, and he's been fortunate off the break. I'm with you, he could have gone for the pot, but the safety was fine. And in fairness, it was a pretty easy safety shot.
Yeah, and as I said before in commentary, Marc will be as sick as a Cleethorpes donkey.
And also, we've never missed a ball in the comms box. That's the beauty of when you sat here watching. You feel like everything's easy. And I'm sure tomorrow, when Christopher, the shotmaker Mellin, gets his final group underway, we can pick your game apart, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're waiting for me to miss a ball tomorrow. I hope to God I don't miss one pot, just so that you can't give me some grief.
No, it's all fun and games, but it's funny when you start here watching on the big TV and talking about it. Everything just seems so easy. But like this, I mean, it looks so easy, but because he's landed on the rail, he's gonna really slightly queuing down on the ball. You just never know.
Yeah, it's been a funny old game so far. Usually Alex is really close to his work, the cue balls on the, as we call, on the string, but oh my word. And he's got lucky again. I mean, you don't deserve to get away with that. That is a terrible miss from Alex.
Well, has he got away with it though? Yeah, it could have gone over the pocket, but is there a case for saying, well, you're happy to be back at the table? He could bank it in the pocket where the 8 is. Could even chop it in, I think.
Yeah, and that's the way I like to look at it, Carl. I like to think, well, I'd rather be at the table with some kind of shot than my opponent potting the ball. I mean, that was a bad miss, that.
So is he playing safe, or is he going for the cut? He likes to attack the table. Cue ball's close to the in-off.
Foul shot.
And there it is, the in-off, so that's another...
Second
Chris,
foul.
do you agree with the cut? I know, listen, you're the shot maker. Would you have played the cut?
Static.
Well, it's all about your feel, but I mean, why play it so hard? I don't understand why he's played it so hard.
I mean, it's very easy when he misses it and we say it's the wrong shot, but I don't know, he just didn't feel... To me, personally, it didn't feel like it was a great option. I don't know.
As Alex landed straight on this 8 ball, because he could have done with that cue ball stopping in the middle of the table or on the top rail. He's still okay. I mean, he can get good position onto the 9, but...
Well, you say that. If he's dead straight and he can't pinch a bit of the pocket, he might have to draw the cue ball back. Well, the man from Greece, he milked that one a little bit.
Yeah, like we said, we say he's got the cue ball on a string. Well, this match so far, he's had the cue ball on a lasso.
And this is still a little bit edgy. Let's see if Kazakis can stay still on this one.
Good shot there by Alex. Takes it to the hill, 4 apiece. Marc Bijsterbosch and Alex Kazakis. Who's going to take the final rack?
Well, I've just got a feeling the final rack is not going to be clear cut. I think there's going to be more drama. I think both players have looked a little bit edgy. They've both had the chances. So I think there's going to be drama. We love a bit of drama here at the Predator Championship League pool. Day 7, Group 7.
Well, you have been known as a bit of a drama queen, Carl, over the years. It's been a while since you've played, and it's probably a good thing.
Well, you was happy when I retired with the record I had over you. That's one thing.
Cheers, pal.
Oh, that was perfect timing. Listen, if you guys at home want to win some cool prizes and help Jeanette Lee Legacy Fund, Jeanette was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer. Horrific news. One of the biggest legends in our sport. Some of you guys probably know her as the Black Widow more than Jeanette Lee. Huge figure in the game. Head over to matchroompool.com. Lots of prizes on offer. Get your tickets. And good luck. Alex Kazakis breaking in the 9th. It's Hill.
Do you fancy a 9 ball on the break, Carl?
Oh no, I want all the balls to come out really difficult. I want loads of misses, loads of safeties and loads of drama. Look at the 5 ball, here she comes.
Oh, and you've got your wish.
Oh, you just know it, don't you? If the 5 doesn't go there, the balls they're just lovely.
That is unbelievable. The only ball tied up on the table.
What does he do here, Chris? Where do you push to? Do you try and tie something else up, or he could flick the 9 onto the 4? Is there any value in that? I mean, not really, because what shot do you play after?
Well, to be honest, there's not a great deal he can do.
Yeah, it's horrible, that, isn't it, where it's landed?
I think personally I'd just play the 9 off the bottom rail and play it into the 3. You don't want to leave a 3-9 combo.
What shot do you play after that, though?
What, if he puts you back in?
Yeah.
You played the shot he's played now.
He's not going to play this, surely. He's got to push out here, surely.
Attention, please.
Well, like you say, Carl, this is horrible. What a situation to be in.
I mean, don't get me wrong, safety side of the game was
Shot call.
always really poor, so I don't possess to be a genius in that department, but this just looks horrible.
Well, the thing is there, Carl, I mean, what has he done? What has he done?
Well, he's pushed it an inch to the left.
I mean, that's going to make no difference whatsoever, apart from Mark to say, go on, pal, off you go.
Yeah, I think what Alex might try and do, if he puts him back in, is bank the one across table and risk getting... Well, even that's not great, is it?
Play again, yeah.
Well, I think the shot he can play, he's got to avoid the double kiss on the one ball. He may bank the one ball across the table twice, bringing the cue ball off the top rail with a bit of left-hand spin and try and get the cue ball in behind the 9.
Yeah, this is scary stuff. He's got a plan because he pushed there, so let's see what Alex can do. Needs to avoid the 3.
Oh, he's got second prize.
Oh, has he though? Can he hit high left on the cue ball?
I think he can. For me personally, you've just got to make sure you make that one ball. The cue ball's automatically going to come off the top rail. And the more you try and spin this, the more chance you have of missing it. So just play it plain ball. Try and leave the cue ball towards the left-hand side rail.
Yeah, even just a hair of left, so as Chris says, you could play it full ball with maybe half a tip left. Cue balls, the one ball's in a nice spot, to be fair. You don't really see him missing this. After that, where can it go wrong?
It's all about this first shot, Carl. It's all about position. Needs to leave the cue ball on the left-hand side rail.
He's got to make sure he doesn't hit the 4 with his cue as well. So this is nice. Doesn't want to be straight.
And that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect.
I think the push out and the safety shot from Kazakis was very questionable.
Yeah, and when he's played the safety, you've got to get that one ball safe no matter what. And he left it near the corner pocket, and even if he had snookered him, he may have left an easy jump shot.
Marc Bijsterbosch from Holland has been no stranger to the Hill matches this week. He's had some exciting finishes. Got to be careful here. Just take your medicine. Don't be trying to overdraw this cue ball. It was fine. He had a nice little angle to play into that gap, and
well, you can't see anything going wrong here, Carl. It's basically 4 stun shots here.
Three balls away from a nice win from the young Dutchman. He's perfect on this 7, just a little stop shot.
This 9 ball for a 5-4 win.
He's queuing off the rail. You never know. But it's there, it's in the heart of the pocket. Kazakis, well, played a woeful push shot and a poor save. Marc Bijsterbosch from Holland wins the match 5-4. Good start. It's going to be an interesting day, folks. Don't go far away. We will be back soon.